Hello everyone, greetings from Toronto. My name is Anna. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Today I will share the most recent information on what changes have been done regarding the entrance to Canada for different categories of visitors, students and workers. The information provided in our today's video is valid as of November 6, 2020. And let's start with the general requirements to everyone who enters Canada. Even if you have the right to enter Canada during the pandemic, if you have any signs of COVID-19, including fever or cough or difficulty breathing, unfortunately, you will not be allowed to enter the country. Another requirement is the quarantine for 14 days. The only exemption is made for those who are arriving to the airport of Alberta province. For the reason this airport now has in place the special pilot program, where you can have the COVID-19 test taken at the airport in a couple of days. If you tested negative, you will be able to be released from the quarantine requirements. Starting November 21st, 2020, all temporary residents entering Canada will have to enter their quarantine plan, contact and travel information in the special ArriveCan application. Alternative ways of entering the information are the toll-free telephone number, which is provided on the screen, or you can also complete the application on the website of canada.ca/ArriveCan, or you also can send this information by email and save the confirmation that you provided the government of Canada with the information on how you're going to comply with the entrance regulations. All the useful links, which I will include in today's video, you will be able to find them below under the video. First category which we will discuss today are students. Recently, the Immigration Service Canada published the list of the DLI, designated learning institutions, which are allowed to accept international students. It means that their COVID-19 readiness plan has been improved by the provincial government. Please mention that there are two lists on the governmental website. The first list includes all the institutions which are allowed to accept international students. It doesn't matter during the pandemic or not. And there is another list. Again, you will find the link on that list below this video, which will allow you to define whether the college or university or school where you're going to study is included. The list of the approved DLIs is being constantly updated, so keep watching it, and if your institution is not on the list yet, probably it will be very soon. So who is actually can travel to Canada now? First of all, you have to check whether the DLI where you're going to study is included in the approved list. Second, you should be a holder of the study permit, or you should be included in the category of the students who can apply for the study permit at the border, or you have to have a written notice of approval from the visa office where you applied for the study permit. The documents which you have to provide at the border are the study permit or a copy of the letter of introduction or the application if you apply, then a copy of your valid letter of acceptance. You also have to prove that you have enough money to support yourself during your study in Canada. A very important amendment that have been made by the government is that the students can enter Canada with the immediate relatives. Immediate relatives in that case mean the parents, a spouse or children. But when you enter the country, you have to prove that those relatives are essential and required for your establishment in Canada for studies. Let's talk about visitors. For the majority of the temporary resident visitors to Canada, for those who hold the temporary resident visa or the electronic travel authorization, the borders remain to be closed till November 30, 2020. Every month we are waiting that these restrictions will be lifted and we will be able to welcome the visitors from other countries again in Canada. But up to date, usually at the end of the month, this order in council with the restrictions for the visitor to enter is being extended for another 30 days. So closer to the end of November, we will see whether it's extended or not. As of today, unfortunately, only the limited categories of visitors are allowed to enter Canada. Another big group which is allowed to enter Canada now are the immediate family members of Canadian citizens and permanent residents in Canada. The only requirement to them is the intention to stay in Canada with their family members. So the immediate family members include the spouses, the common law partners, their children and children of their children, the parents or step-parents, and the guardians or tutors of the person who is a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. Another exemption was made for the extended family members. The extended family members are those who are in an exclusive dating relationship with the Canadian citizen or permanent resident, and you will have to prove that you have been in relation in physical presence at least for 1 year during the course of your relations. Then the dependent children and children of dependent children. Then this category also includes the siblings, the brothers and sisters of those who have permanent resident or citizenship status in Canada, and the grandparents. Before you enter Canada as the extended family member, you have to obtain 2 documents. The first one is the statutory declaration with the signature of the temporary resident visitor to Canada and the relative in Canada, who has to certify the signature in the presence of the lawyer or the commissioner of oath. And the second document will be the authorization to enter Canada, which should be requested. When you apply for such an authorization, you will be provided with the special number, the special entrance code, which will be valid for 6 months. When you travel to Canada as the extended family member, you also should have the intention to stay in Canada for the period which exceeds 15 days. There is a group of other exemptions of the visitors who can enter Canada despite of the restrictions. Mostly those categories related to those who provide the medical care or health care authorized by Chief Public Health Officer or can provide any essential service in Canada during pandemic. Holders of a valid work permit, those who come to Canada as the diplomats or crew members or healthcare practitioners with proof of employment in Canada, and some other categories. But as I mentioned, the majority of those who are allowed to enter, more or less, it's connected with providing of health, medical, and essential services. If you have questions or are unsure whether you can enter Canada or not, you can leave your questions below this video. We will do our best to address all of them and answer. All the links to the official websites are given below, and you're welcome with your questions and concerns you have. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care about yourself and your families, and safe travels to Canada. Goodbye, everyone.